everybody, this is Snow and Shushu. Yeah, he's gonna join me today because he's a loud baby. He's a loud baby boy. Aren't you? He's a loud baby. Yeah, so I'm gonna be playing Stray Gods today and I'm gonna finish it. It's a very short game but very replayable because of the choices you make determine things. So yeah, let's just get started. But yeah, we're definitely, to recap, last time we helped Aphrodite with her PTSD to keep her Eidolon. And then we went back to the reliquary, found out that Calliope was trying to summon the Fates. And when we tried to do the same, Freddy was killed. So we're gonna see what we're gonna find out next, and yeah, await our trial. So yeah, let's just have some fun. I just love their apartment. Remember?
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
We left her there. I can't believe we left her there.
We had no choice. Hecate will take care of her.
She's not the most sympathetic.
Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Yeah, she's not the most sensitive character in this game. I know what your friend meant to you.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be, I'm afraid I have no clue.
Just
I
going
know
over.
Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror, to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command, or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
Can these Fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with that.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
I mean, that makes sense. Their purpose is just to dictate future, I guess. So, they could just refuse. Okay.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
They were androgynous as
Think of
fuck.
them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
Furies are so powerful. Why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and
Shoo,
left.
you are
They're
driving
not
me crazy.
assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered,
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
Yikes. Okay.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged.
Where did he
Close out the
come
reliquary
from?
Entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
With their beef. I got some stanky beef. I don't know why my microphone sounds weird and janky right now. Why are you here?
Why are you here, Apollo? You made it clear I was on my own.
Well, you're not on your own, are you? You have the selfless Persephone to guide you.
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Did you play with my
What, that
heart?
I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited
That's
for
very
this opportunity
defensive.
for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A
great
lot.
deal.
It's not
She
as if
killed
Athena
an
can execute
idol.
Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility
the
of
rules.
this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Is there really no other way to talk to these Fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No.
No, hell no.
The only other
Traumatic.
person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only armies.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
Okay. No need to keep selling me on it, I'm in.
You are.
Yeah, I need to punch something really hard. Or overthrow hell, I'm good with either of those things.
Did you see that, Apollo? You see, that is what a backbone looks
True.
like.
I
That's why
can't.
she's a good choice.
I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider
He's too
this, Apollo.
passive.
Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies. According to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Hold on, wait. What does that mean? If her soul is in Hades, then...
It means the ruler of Hades can release her.
That's assuming everything remained as it was. Fine. I'll get you into Hades.
That's a huge
I'm not going with you.
reach.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
Let's find Hermes. Get this over with.
Yeah, Apollo is so different when he's not your love interest.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, whole gang, huh?
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to
afraid
say
I
it's
have
the
to call in that
Scooby
favor.
Gang.
I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
This is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything. And you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Oh no, I can't use the green option. Cause he's friends with Freddy. Yeah, he's friends with Freddy, so that's the best option.
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it. But without the Fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
Okay. Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
Yeah, she's so abrasive. Well, I also know everything.
Welcome to the real underworld.
So metal. It's so good.
Wow. It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
So
Hell
it's gonna be a
yeah.
fight? Good. I need something to punch.
The heavy metal
Don't
song.
get too excited, Grace. Orpheus is hardly a worthy foe.
Really? Even though he took your throne?
He took an empty throne after I left. That does not make him a king. Just someone else that's in my way.
In our way, you mean?
Hell yeah.
Yes, in our way.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
It kind of does, because we're fighting him. But yeah, actually, I learned about his story because I played viola for 2 years. I had to take a break during the past year because of my mental health. But I was in a group class, and I was learning a song on the viola about this story. But we never ended up performing it or anything, which is a shame. I was even reading cello part on viola. I can do that. I can kind of read 3 clefs. It takes some thinking, but yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna brag too much.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
A lot.
Come, it's time to cross the Styx.
You didn't answer to my question. That's sus. It's so cool looking with this like Colosseum ruin aesthetic.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
He's so cute. I just love him. You'll see why.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Coron, I did not draw any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Maybe he wants to play Magic the Gathering. I don't know how to play that game. I think I've tried with my brothers a long time ago, but Maybe Pokemon cards? I didn't really do that either. I was just a fan of the show.
Hey there! I'm Grace, last of the Muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Coron. Stop asking.
Sorry about Shushu. We're working on.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him.
He's so cute.
You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun.
We can have a little play
Thank you
date.
for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Coron. It's a long ride to the throne room.
He's so cute. Ah, by the way, I just love the colors in this game, the like aesthetic. Like this is all green. To give that eerie sense.
I wouldn't touch that.
That
Way
I
too
did
much
much
for
for
you.
you.
Overload you. Low
You
refuse. Every story,
story,
every memory
memory,
winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise.
I don't know the song very well, sorry.
Tears in my eyes. Then
Suddenly
suddenly I was found. I destroyed,
Hades,
was denied
denied
his
throne.
It's dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. It didn't belong. If my
I
life
love
was stolen,
something.
I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Oh yeah, there he is. He's so cool looking.
Someone's
Coming.
There's music floating through.
Someday,
Someone's
once
coming,
coming.
and it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone
Once coming. Oh yeah.
is waiting in
In
the
the
Throne
tombs
belongs to me.
coming.
No one deserves
I
it.
can feel them howling at the
At the
moon.
I get where we came
Yeah.
Being
I won't
here
forget.
Forget.
But you can bet me someone's
It's
coming.
coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
Yeah.
Waiting for you, Persephone, for so long.
It's about to get metal in here.
You brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented.
Yeah, collab.
Welcome.
Oh, poor spirit.
My number. Let me treat you to a song. A welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Questions?
Are you really that good?
Down, out. But I wouldn't say that I'm good. I wouldn't say that I'm great.
Oh, this is
I
new.
wouldn't say that my timing's perfect. I wouldn't say that I'm late. But you could say that he's the best that's ever been. The best you've ever seen. The best you've ever heard. And I haven't even really sung a single word.
Oh, it's not metal though.
I think I chose poorly.
Hey, just getting a gauge. Not your thing? Try again. Request.
What's your problem with Persephone?
Yeah.
Down, down,
Down,
down.
down.
Loop it.
Down, down. Down, down, down.
I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone stood right side beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to
Have my revenge. My revenge never ends. Suffer me to my back, on my back, on my back, on my back, you are gone.
It wasn't your fault. How were you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Ten is over. If he's
The victim one
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
well, I won't comply.
I'd rather die.
Corpses in crowds, tangled and trapped. Eyes full of cobwebs, only looking back. Don't you see what I see? Looks so dead to me, both the same, same.
I like what you're doing, Muse, but I thought you'd be on my side.
Bard is to blame for the hell that he's been in.
Persephone, you're the reason I'm here. I'm not here to give in.
Oh, you think I will?
Can I get this through both of your hands? You're fighting over something that's dead. I mean, you should have seen this coming.
There's no point in reasoning with him, Grace.
Oh, I believe she was speaking to us both.
Certainly wish I'd seen you coming.
It isn't your fault. Hades broke you both down. It isn't your fault. This is a local town. But you're forgetting, friend. I just want her return.
Candle isn't finished. It's a slow
You didn't do what you were told, but you face the fact that you're to blame. Persephone, you blew it. You must understand each other by now. All of this is getting kinda old. What a shame. There's the door, walk through it.
But I never got to have my revenge.
Our pain never ends.
Pain never
Orpheus,
ends.
I promise you now. I won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
Oh, it's so sick.
Fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
I'm gonna make the same choice as last time because, well, for one, it's fucking badass. For two, why would I take the throne for myself? What would I benefit? This place is deserted. No one's gonna fucking come here. So I'd be ruler over nothing. I just got them both to agree that this is his petty shit. Yeah, so it's gonna piss her off, but we're gonna destroy this motherfucker.
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair.
Also, how does she have that power? Yep, I dare.
What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
Yeah.
Look around you, Persephone. Hades is empty. That chair you wanted so badly, it doesn't matter anymore.
It mattered to me. I paid for that throne with tears and blood, Grace. With years of humiliation you know nothing about.
But
I
then
thought we could help each other,
empty.
but no, you would rather lecture me. So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
She would have been pissed if I took it for myself. Like, there was no choice there that benefited her. Unless I took, like, her angle in the song, I'm assuming. So... Plus, spoiler alert, she was using me. So... I love her. And we are going her romantic route. But, like, this is where she's, like, really shitty. Right? Because this is all that she cares about. This grudge that spanned for thousands of years. Which, it is justifiable. I get it. But, like, there's nothing there. Like, it's okay to not forgive, but fucking move on. And this is the way to do it, I think. You know? Destroy all traces of Hades. Wipe him out of your life. That way he no longer has power over you. Anyway.
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you expect me to believe you haven't been waiting for this since you met me?
Exactly.
You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the Fates.
Get her.
Which there never was. You're correct.
She played with my heart.
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from
And
the dead,
Freddie.
surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
That was... Ooh. Ooh. I could play this card.
You know, for a moment, I thought you actually cared about me. Just a little bit. But you don't, do you? Not about me, not about Calliope, not about anything.
You're the one who destroyed my throne, Grace. You
No.
started this.
I did not
And you
start
never intended
this.
to help me. Right from the start, it was all to get what you wanted.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her.
Then you should have been honest with me about it from the beginning.
I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
That hits home for me.
Hey. Freddie, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
you sacrificed yourself. For me.
Well, yeah. I'd do anything for you, Grace. Hey, what was
was the alternative? I let the Furies kill you instead? That's not how this story ends. This isn't a story, Fred. Huh? You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me. Hey, no. I guess this is it, huh? Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. I
My
just don't...
Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm super emotional right now. I lost my grandpa not too long ago. He was very important to me. And since I live on the other side of the world, I did not get to say goodbye to him. So this really hits hard, and that's why I'm overly emotional. Also, like, he died of Alzheimer's, so he probably wouldn't have remembered me. But I know I carry his spirit inside of me. We shared a love for music and art, and it has made a huge impact and an influence over my life. Since I am pursuing music, not playing games just as fun, but like music. So, like, I wish I could go see him again and say goodbye, but I can't. But what I can do is make music. And that's what he would want. So, it's weird to be vulnerable in public. But I hope this helps somebody who's dealing with a loss. Whoever you lost, they would want you to be happy, doing what you love, and living your life. I know that's what my grandpa would want. Shit, this game's heavy. Let's just continue. And Shushu's being loud.
Guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures anymore.
I take them now. I miss them.
You don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But
Very
what about the
interesting
memories?
concept.
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
How does she know this, though? I guess maybe being a muse, she has more insight, or maybe because she's doesn't have the Eidolon in anymore. But I mean, her explanation does make sense. And I mean, I kind of think of it as like, you know, you don't remember being a baby. That was a long fucking time ago, you know? And you start to remember things less and less the older you get. And if you've passed on this Eidolon for millennia, then like, yeah, you're gonna forget shit, and it's being passed on from person to person. They add their own memories to it, their own experiences. Then like, yeah, that totally makes sense to me. Like, I can see that. Maybe some people find plot holes in it. I don't know, there's like plot holes in most things. But I mean, I could, like, yeah, I could digest that.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die? Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have, but I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you that? No, I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
Hold on. That's the thing about this game. Like, Apollo and Persephone are two possible love interests. Of course, there's also Pan and there's also Freddy. I originally wanted to do Freddy, but I accidentally did Apollo instead of my first playthrough. But also, I don't know how to get her to not die. I don't know that path. I've heard that it's possible, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, Apollo and Persephone, like, both betray Grace, in a way. Apollo knew the whole time and didn't tell her, because of this prophecy bullshit and his passiveness. And then Persephone's the opposite. Like, she's using me to get the fucking Hades throne and get the underworld back to her. So, you know, it's like opposites. Like, they're definitely polar opposites. Yeah. So it's like Persephone was using me and Apollo was like lying by omission to me. Like, I'm saying me, but like it's Grace, but I'm playing Grace, so I'm saying me. Like, we're Grace. Like, if you're playing it, you're experiencing the story, you're Grace too. So, I don't know. Let's hear more plot. I want to do the blue option, but I want to hear the other shit too.
Start with Apollo. How is he involved in all this?
Apollo delivered, with great reluctance, a prophecy that said I needed to die.
And who did he deliver this prophecy to?
Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
How did she know about the prophecy, though? I forget. Did Apollo tell her to?
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me.
There we go.
He was
Okay.
torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I suspect he disagrees.
Of course he does.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
I think so.
why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I'd say that's fate. That's fate, baby. Okay, that was cringe. No, I don't feel any of those.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
That's the thing, though. That prophecy is vaguely worded, which means it's definitely up to interpretation. And, like, it doesn't mean that the idols will die if she's alive. Like, that doesn't make sense. She's an idol. So if she lives and then they die, then the idols didn't all die because she should still be there. You know, but that it's very vaguely worded. Oh, I would love to say that, but This is an interesting question to ask.
Blame Athena for what she did?
She wanted to save the idols. And I wanted that too.
Well, I blame her. and Apollo for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
Well, that's how it works. So, I don't know. I get it. Freddy's the best.
I have to go back. I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
I understand.
So many years of history fights the highest misery. I'm so proud of you. It's time to go. I never tried so before. Trapped one so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to deep within my soul. You will remain with me. Our best friend in the dark. We're irreplaceable. It's time to go. It was quick and so was I. I was not prepared to die, but Grace, I choose this, and I know it's time. It's time. So many years of history fights the highest misery. I'm so proud.
Freddie, I gave everything to watch you go. I know. Now it's time to go.
It's time to go.
It really hits hard after her personal loss.
You've returned.
You got some explaining to do, mister.
And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
did...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just... Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy. How you warned her. How you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time. Even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
See, they're both shitty. I love both of them. But, like, yeah, Apollo lied by omission the whole time. And was passive the whole time. And Persephone had her own agenda and used us. So it's just like, you know.
Why did you say you'd help? You could have stayed out of it.
I tried that. You wouldn't let me.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
Whatever you were trying to do, Apollo, you failed. We know the prophecy now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right, leave. It's what you're best at.
But what's also the good thing about this game? Like, it shows
I don't know how
people's
this will affect your
flaws.
trial. We
That
could
even
tell them what
gods
we've
have
learned.
flaws.
Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Then I'll just have to stop her, won't I?
You want to challenge the leader of the chorus in front of everyone.
I mean,
She isn't giving me much of a choice.
we've got a lot
I
of
dare
people on
say
her
she
side.
has more of a fight in store for her than she would ever expect.
Is that a vote of confidence?
I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
There's a lot of people to confront. I mean, Pan is the least egregious, because we all know who he's a slimy piece of shit from the beginning. It's like the other two hit harder. As was intended by the game. I gotta confront confronts Persephone, Seth. Because she was our love interest path this time. There we go. Such a cool portrait.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
Lots. You're putting your guard up.
Why didn't you tell me about you and Calliope?
I'd tell you I loved her so you and Apollo could pick apart our relationship and then cast me as the murderer.
No.
Tell you I spent 2 years hoping she would return, only to find out that that was never gonna happen. Tell all of that to the one she was now a part of, who would one day remember everything we were.
That sucks.
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
That's something. And that can be true if you have this huge chip on your shoulder. And, like, you beef with everyone. It's usually because you have, like, some self-loathing. Or you can't forgive yourself. It's interesting. It's like she can't forgive Hades, like, for good reason, mind you. But she can't forgive herself.
Self-pity from the great Persephone. That's a new look.
How dare you? It's not self-pity, it's
Introspection, remorse. This isn't your usual playbook.
Fine, fine. I'm trying to change, Grace. Is that what you wanted to hear?
It's a start.
It's aggressive.
Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week, Persephone. If I live past the trial, I'll let you know.
Yes, the trial.
It's a whole thing, I hear.
Whatever happens, Calliope will approve of us defying Athena.
Oh, we didn't talk about Hades. Which we should have, but that's what I did last time.
Oh,
And we gotta
It's
open
you.
up more.
Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
This doesn't have anything to do with you, Oracle. Please don't get involved.
Oh, I am involved. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I live here, and Paul is my friend.
You don't have to be so
I'm not
aggressive.
stupid. I don't buy into this god crap, but I know Paul and the rest of you are not on the right side of normal. Even so, Paul
No
is
one
a
is
good guy.
normal.
Leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk to you.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Also, he has his flaws.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. Not like I was in the middle of anything.
She's got an Assassin's Creed hood going on.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
So you've said. I'm more worried about you, actually.
Worried about me. After all you've been through.
I lost Freddie. I can't lose anyone else.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped.
Is he talking about his current
I never
iteration?
should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
True.
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it
Yep.
come true.
So you want to, what? Stop trying?
Maybe.
Just let things happen. Let things play
I
out.
hope you can forgive me, Grace.
I know you meant well.
I hope that one day we'll be as close friends as you were with Calliope.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
I guess to tie up loose ends, we can go to Pan.
Pan? Are you here? Pan!
Was he hiding?
Alright then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
Is that a problem? Is the mighty Pan too sensitive to withstand a little yelling?
It's less the mighty Pan and more the naughty Pan. Perhaps even the delightful Pan.
No.
Ah! That's right! Ah!
Ah, you've learned
I'm sure that was
something.
satisfying.
Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
No. Nah. Nah, bro.
I really shouldn't. With the trial so soon.
And who knows what part I'm to play in it, yes? Well, not necessarily in your defense.
That's not what I...
Of course it is, Grace. No need to be coy. You've every reason not to trust me, after all. Whatever comes, Grace, I do hope it works out for you. I want you to know that.
What the fuck does that mean? He's not in our defense because we didn't tell him shit. But he wants things to work out for us. Well, he's gonna see everyone rallying behind me and he's just gonna be like, okay. Because he doesn't want to be in the losing side. Fuck. I know it's type, you know. For this part.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddy were here.
Like
The boat lost at sea with no sail, not a breeze. I am drifting cold water, no sword to be seen.
I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside. Bright enough to guide me in ocean divide. But as I burn, they will turn away one by one. In the end, you're alone. Like a boat lost at sea,
With no sails, not a breeze. I'm drifting cold water,
no
sorry to be seen. In your heart, weary pain, you do not say in my heart, you remain. I do not sail in pain. Gets so emotional. Well, it's meant to be the, you know, you're not alone.
Okay, here we go.
It's the showdown.
Hello? Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no.
Hermes doesn't look happy at all. Oh, that's familiar plucking.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
That's so pretty. That creepy ass owl.
Is this a real place? It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we?
It's so good. Ba-dum, ba-dum. We got this.
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying.
Bum, bum, bum.
It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Extreme measures, such as murder.
She
Would you
approves.
sacrifice idols to save them, Athena? Seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is not unknown for a physician to cut off a limb in order to save the patient.
Oh, that's what you are? The heroic doctor? Out to heal the poor, sick idols?
Plus, it's
I am
outdated
trying to save
medicine.
us. I will do anything and everything in my power and beyond to save us from extinction.
You'll do anything? Tell them. Let them know what that anything includes. Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
Yeah, witness. I call Apollo to the witness stand.
He spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her. You couldn't have. I could. There's more to an idol than just the eidolon. Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it, just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena. No, I do not accept this. You are lying. You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy?
Get her.
Tell them.
Yes.
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be.
Ooh.
You all turned away when I
I got the fish in my array. It's on the dish. That's how we do this.
Yes,
You and me.
I have
Always had for you.
I'll always
Do
all
these things for you. To do.
You say you care,
Can I look around?
the way you
Care plans, these idols down. A pop show.
you called it love.
Oh, did you know?
Sorry, little bird, time to bring your next little girls. They dream
Dream
of
of the future.
they're sure they feel sure their vision's true. I fought for the throne and then didn't take it. And that was okay. Could it be for you too? Of course you would make it all about you. Still, Athena, I'm glad you were here to see how someone grew. None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Did you see it all? You
Just see a snap.
wanna make the
Pick
call.
on.
You need
You
to
hold
hold
the
the
map. Children.
It's time for you and all who stand with
With
you.
you.
Yes, you
To
do.
form a new.
Time to go through.
They're so cool and scary.
Inside, somewhere inside, in the night, there's a war. You're
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure.
Don't be so
Not
sure.
sure.
We're
Not
not
the same.
Never
We're the same. So cool. There she is. Yay! It's the right thing to do. Right place to be.
Terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I'll need to stand here too. I really need
Me too.
please do accept my
They're such a people pleaser. Oh, those streams.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this
Prophecy
would come to be. My
and you're all looking on as a stranger wearing my veil.
my
You notice the blood on the statue. Right. Aphrodite song. Voice me that shouted, Athena, be strong. I was wrong. And now I don't know what the right thing is. Leave it up to you what to do with it.
I forgive you, Athena.
Look into me. I know that I see. Yes, a monster. And monsters were monsters. I'm a monster to me. Sorry, Grace. Sorry, all of you. I wish I'd be too. She does. She hears you. Oh. Always at the worst time, shoo shoo. In my heart, I think you do not sail in vain. So good.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
For
Oh,
the moment.
she's
but
the love
it appears
interest.
we're
She
about to
takes
have a
it.
repeat of what happened in Hades.
What does that mean?
It means we are disbanding the chorus. Not only that, we have decided to reveal ourselves to the mortal world.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are, Ski?
It won't be right away, so those who are too fearful can go into hiding. But it's time. No more laws, no more secrets.
That is super interesting. Last time I went the Apollo route, where he was the love interest, and he took over the chorus while they were arranging the new normal for them, the new regime. He temporarily assumed the throne, but now that we chose her this time, she's in charge temporarily. That's cool. I like that. And actually, like, she's a better fit for that than Apollo because she takes action. Apollo doesn't. You know? Like, she's angry and she's rash, but she takes action. She doesn't go, oh, you know, if I do anything, it's locked in and you don't want my help. You know, like, she's a better choice for, like, leadership, even though she is rash. She does something, you know.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
If there's time, we could prepare a campaign.
Campaign. You make it sound like preparing for battle.
It is, kinda. The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
Now that is a marvelous idea indeed. I'd like a moment alone with Grace.
Oh.
Well, you did it, Grace. The trial has come and gone, and you're still standing.
Yeah, we did it. Damn right.
Was there ever any doubt?
Is that a serious question?
Okay, maybe there was a little doubt. How about that last song, though?
I can't say I ever imagined Athena would be defeated by a peppy musical number.
The power of music.
Worked
The
on you,
soft
didn't it?
power.
Obviously, the freedom the rest of the idols have extends to you as well. I can't compel you to remain. And yet I am asking you to do so.
She cares about me. Let's ask.
Why do you need me to stay? What can I do?
I think the question is more, what can't you do?
Oh.
Grace, you helped solve issues we've wrestled with for centuries. It wasn't simply because you're the muse. We need you.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little special.
Ready to go out and face the music, Grace?
They're so cute.
Always.
Also, I gotta say this. Grace is fucking hot. Like, I'm the most attracted to her out of all of them. Yeah. There
Of
they
course
are.
you're both here. In my apartment. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
Oh, that's
I'm
different.
exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
That's interesting. In my other playthrough, she was like heading the band and performing in the band, and then now she's the spokeswoman for the idols. That's different. I like the band stuff better because that's more me and that's more her, but it makes sense because I chose that clever path at the end of like I have some ideas, but I'd rather perform, you know? I don't want to be on a news broadcast. That's boring. I want to fucking sing.
Has
So that's
anyone
what
heard
I'm
about
thinking at
Athena?
first.
It's been a while.
I have. She left the city, as she felt uncomfortable with all the attention on the idols.
Terrified, you mean?
It was more that mortals expected the goddess of wisdom to have sage advice, and she no longer trusts her judgment.
Oof.
No surprise there.
You don't still worry about her, brother, after all she's done?
I think of her off in the far north, living alone in the wilderness, punishing herself until the end of her days. I know it's her own choosing, but it seems like such a waste.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, some people do really shitty things and not have remorse, but she feels remorse. And, like, to that, it's like, there's gotta be a point where you forgive yourself and move on. You know, because Grace told her, I forgive you for murdering, like, my predecessor. Like, and for putting a death sentence on me. So, anyway.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling. Or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Yep.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Oh, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
It is really interesting because I can be a people pleaser. Trauma response, which I believe that's the case for Hermes too. But like, people pleasers tend to be very likable. I think I'm likable. Hopefully I'm likable. But yeah. But that's the thing, you can't please everyone. So you could be the most likable person in the world and they're still gonna have haters, you know. Actually, really likable people have a lot of haters because the haters are jealous.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Yeah.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
I thought for sure they'd go into hiding. Aphrodite fears mortals more than any other idol, doesn't she?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become a patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
She really became Jared Leto. Up in the mountains, starting a cult. I mean, I escaped one, so I don't recommend starting a cult. But I'm glad that she's doing better. Recovering from her PTSD. But don't start cults. It might cause other people PTSD. You are looking at it. You know? Okay. Enough
What
of
about
that.
Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Asterion is not, currently. He's going to appear on the next season of that, television dating show.
Oh, I was curious about
I
this.
thought that was just a rumor.
No. He is really doing it.
Asterion's rather thrilled at all the attention. Last I spoke to him.
I don't understand the appeal.
He's a sweetheart, and you
He
know
really
it.
is.
I hope you find someone awesome.
As for Hecate, there's little chance of her leaving the reliquary. I assume she's the same as always.
She is. Hecate enjoys the solitude. At any rate, she claims everything will change for us soon enough.
It is written, I'm guessing.
Naturally.
Yeah. I mean, Asterian's like a case of like Beauty and the Beast. You know, he'll find his belle, but like, he's sweet, you know, he doesn't have to do like Stockholm Syndrome with her. But is it bestiality technically? I don't know. Don't think too hard about it. But like, but I mean, he's sweet. He's romantic. Like, yeah, he's bad with words, but he's a sweet, genuine minotaur. Oh yeah. Look into me.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
I love her.
She was. For a few months.
There was an incident involving Hecate's new cat.
Poor cats.
Oh,
Medusa was beside herself with apologies, but needless to say, she moved on rather quickly. We're not certain where.
Meaning what? Medusa is roaming the streets? Doing whatever she likes?
not quite.
Medusa believed she might not be able to control her appetite, so she asked us to put her in contact with the mortal government. They took her somewhere. It was her decision. The government is grateful. They even suggested we might see Hephaestus again.
Aphrodite's husband?
I would like
He's
to see
alive?
that.
So it appears. Who knows what he's been doing for the mortals since the war, but it would raise all our spirits to see him again.
Yeah, that was the thing, like, I didn't mention before. You probably caught it in, like, the stained glass imagery of Aphrodite's song. But he made the atomic bomb. That was the price he paid. Which is really quite dark, considering what it has led to. Anyway, I could go on about my issue with the states, but we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon.
They have to have the
All
like
the attention on
beams
the
on his
idols is
abs.
proving rather taxing.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
Apologize. I need to stop
I told
making
you
that
you don't
joke.
need to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
Mm-mm.
One day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Wink, wink.
Not unless you
nod,
count my many trips to Hades. No. It's business as always.
Trips to Hades.
I am no longer its queen, but I am still the most familiar with its workings. And Hades is changing.
Oh, true.
Perhaps it's the mere fact that the mortal world is aware of us again. I don't know. Or something else is stirring.
Is this something we should be concerned about, sister?
Not yet. I'll let you know. As for everything else, the club continues, more popular than ever. The world turns. What more is there to say?
Mm.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Well, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Like a badass.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Kind of feels like this is it, huh? Like we won't see each other for a long time.
No. Not like this. You're right.
Everything has changed.
Ready?
Stormy skies clear, soft breeze blow. The ocean lights calm, stars out. Each
A fresh coat of pain sails unfurled, ready to change. Lost in the sunrise, parting is so gray. Everything has changed. Everything.
Okay. That was my second playthrough. Definitely different ending. Which, you know, obviously different choices were made. In my first playthrough, the ending song was like a reprise of my romantic number with Apollo. And this time it was a trio. Yeah, it was a trio of the three of us. But I guess that makes sense. Persephone wasn't over Calliope, the iteration before Grace. And we destroyed her throne. So she definitely had a grudge a little bit. So that makes sense that we didn't have a romantic ending, but the romantic in me is sad about that because I wanted to see that. I wonder if it's possible. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, this game is super important to me. I actually discovered it through Gap Smolders. I love her channel. And like the last episode that she did of this was on my birthday, and I was having a difficult time on my birthday, because it's been a tough year. And just this game really moved me, because, well, I love Greek mythology, I love music, I love art, so like I could quickly connect with this. I love RPGs, I love musicals, you know, it has everything that I love. But it also deals with heavy themes that I deal with, you know, being in abusive situations with abusive narcissistic people, having PTSD, feeling alone, feeling lost, feeling adrift. You know, I feel like that now. I feel all those things, you know. I am currently going through therapy. I am dealing with my shit. And this game deals with that, right? And as I mentioned in the previous episode, that's the beauty of video games. Is actually there are studies that have shown that it helps with like patients with PTSD, because we can vicariously go through the journeys that these characters go through. We can inject ourselves into the story and be able to work through our shit through going through the story. And that's definitely the case here, and it is for me. I mean, I don't know how well this game has been received by critics, but quite frankly, I don't give a shit about that because it checks all the boxes for me. I love RPGs, I love Greek mythology, I love music, I love art. When I'm writing music, I call it the muse. You know, that I'm being struck by the muse. You know. It's just a beautiful game. And I also love that element of choice. And how that can make the songs different. That I can, you know, change details like who ends up taking over the chorus at the end as they reorganize the system, I guess. You know, it's very cool. It's a very cool game. Definitely everyone that worked on this game, the team, the fucking composers, like, my god. To be able to compose all these different versions of these songs based on all the nuanced choices you make. That's really cool. And that's quite a feat. Like, I can't imagine how many hours that took to be able to do that in a cohesive way. Because in this second playthrough, like, I made different choices, but not all the time. Like, there were subtle changes, but it did change the entire song. But it worked, you know. It's like Apollo's song was completely different, for example, but both sounded great. Like, it fit, you know. Both versions fit. So that's incredible. Also, like, the fucking voice actors, man, they're so good. I mean, they've been in a lot of other games, like Laura Bailey, Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, Felicia Day, have voiced a lot of beloved characters, and their singing voices are so good, but, like, it's like, they had to record all those lines, all those different lines of dialogue, the different personality traits, like, for Laura Bailey had to do that. To record all the different versions of the song, it's like, you know, it blows my mind as someone that makes music, you know, and I do most of it by myself. It's quite an impressive feat. You know, but yeah, like, you know, that's just the music and voice acting side of things, because I know more about that than game design. I mean, I love art, I love the aesthetics of this. I've always loved graphic novel, webtoon, comic book style of things. Actually, at one point, I wanted to be a graphic novelist. But that's a lot of work. So it's like, I love the art style. They did, like, recycle different character animations. But yeah, it's still, like, the art style is just chef's kiss. But yeah, definitely the writing was very good. The characters were very fleshed out with their backstories and were very moving. Yeah, all of them with their arcs were pretty strong. So, I mean, there are some plot holes, and definitely, like, I have a lot of questions, and I think it would be cool to have another game, but also that might ruin the experience, and, like, it might be best to just have this game and this be the experience, and then to move on to other stories. But yeah, like, this team just did an amazing job, and I hope that there will be more games in this style, like a musical RPG. Like, I love that. It just ticked all the boxes for me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this playthrough of Stray Gods. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and definitely I highly recommend. I'm not sponsored, I'm not special yet, but I couldn't recommend this game enough. It's incredible. I definitely recommend you pick it up and play it for yourself. Make your own choices, and you know, the songs will change and different details will change, and it'll be, you know, experience more catered to you. But this is my second playthrough, and I mean, I liked the choices I made in my first playthrough better, but it was just an incredible experience to go through it again, especially considering what I have been dealing with lately. It was more potent. Anyway, I'll be back with more videos soon on the Mario games and with other games too, and music. I'm working on a song right now, so hopefully I'll be able to get that out soon. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Recommend any games that you would like me to play, and I'll get around to them. Anyway, thank you so much. Bye.